What's going on, Socialites? Ryan here, Commissioner, Global Pokemon Society, bringing you the Week 8 review for GPS Season 7. A lot of stuff to go over this week. First off, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. Definitely helps us out. My goal for this year has been 1,000. We got a little bit of traction and now it's slowed down, but you know, much love if you can hit that subscribe button for us. Also, leave a like on the video, helps out, and drop a comment. I'll have a couple questions for you as we go through the update / review today, so just keep those in mind and drop a comment with your answers for them. So first off, I just want to say that starting tomorrow, March 31st, you'll have a couple weeks to register for the next International Challenge. This is the Sword and Shield online events that you can get Shiny Galarian Moltres this time. If you saw, we got Shiny Galarian Articuno and Shiny Galarian Zapdos in the previous ones. The Shinies are really cool. If you haven't seen them already, definitely check them out. And we got real lucky with our Shiny Zapdos. 5 perfect IVs. The only one not being perfect in special attack, which you don't really care for. Alright, but let's hop right in to the Draft League. Taking a look at the Miners. The Miners have finished their regular season. 7 grueling weeks. So they are getting ready for the playoffs. So as you see here, we have the 1 through 8 seeds here. Everybody makes the playoffs. So, you know, the 1 will face the 8, the 2 will face the 7, 3 the 6, and 4 the 5. The top 4 seeds during the regular season beat the teams that they're going to be playing. So we'll have to see if any of those bottom 4 teams learned from their previous encounters with these couple teams here. We had a very cool matchup between the Chicago Scrafty and the Phoenix Primals. You see them in 2nd, 3rd place. If Phoenix had won, they would have been the #1 team overall. But as you can tell, Chicago ended up winning that in a very close match. Game 3 going to time and all that, but we kind of figured Chicago would probably win there anyway. And they did a overtime thing as well, so check out that battle. They didn't do the overtime the correct way, but they still did something at least. So yeah, let me know who you like in the Miners here. We can take a quick look at the top 10 Pokemon. As you see up here on your screen, the top 10 Pokemon for the Miners. Definitely pretty easy to see Medicham. I think the clear Miners MVP this season, having 10 more KOs than Sandslash coming in behind them. Really just carrying those Phoenix Primals for most of the season. I think the only 2 games that Phoenix didn't kind of go off with Medicham were the 2 games they lost. I would have to look back on that. I know he didn't do so hot in this past week. But yeah, that's about that. Very excited for the Miners. We got a lot of cool teams. I'm sure quite a few of them. I'm expecting more than one to move up to the majors for next season. So that's always exciting to look forward to. All right, next up, taking a look at the majors through 8 weeks. They got 1 more week of the regular season remaining. You see your Boston Braviaries still up there 8-0. A very tough match against Tuscaloosa Talonflames. Definitely make sure you check that out. The first time Boston's had to go to 3 games this season, so giving the top seed a run for their money. And then we got 271 teams, Oklahoma and Denver. Tuscaloosa at 6-2. Lavender Town, Charm City, and Pittsburgh all sitting at 5-3. And then 3 4-4 teams, Vero Beach Volcaronas, Paris Saint-Germain losing 4 in a row. Really rough stuff for them. And the Driftvale City Dragapult sitting at 4-4. So right now, this would be your playoff teams. The top 6 teams get a bye. And the bottom 4 teams, you know, kind of fight amongst each other. We'll scroll down real quick here just so we can see the other teams. The Memphis Muse do have a shot still at making the playoffs. They basically need to win by 10 points and have the Dragapults lose by 10 points. Now, luckily for Memphis, the Dragapults are going up against the Boston Braviaries, who have won by an average of 9 points every week. So it's not out of the realm that they can win by 10 points against a team. So Memphis has to do their job because we're going to try to do ours. The rest of these teams, unfortunately, are all out of the playoffs. You got the Buffalo Bidoofs and the Black Sea Zekrom at 2-6. New York Yankees and the Tokyo Tokias at 1-7. And LA is going to try to not get the dreaded Ofer as they go up against the Tokyo Tokias. So this could be a battle for last place here in the society. But going back up to these top playoff teams, so Boston has secured the East Division. As you see, they're 4 games ahead of the other teams. They secured that a couple weeks ago. But all these other teams are still fighting for their division, and all of them are fighting against each other. We got there, you see in second, third place, Oklahoma and Denver. Now, not only can the winner of this matchup win the West Division, but if Boston somehow loses, for the first time in their history, loses to Driftvale City Dragapults, they could get the #1 seed. It's not out of the question. Oklahoma does have that still on the table if they win here. But the West Division is on the table for that battle. You see Tuscaloosa and Lambertown, the winner of that matchup this week will be the South Division champ, and then Charm City Charizard and Pittsburgh Poltergeist, the winner of that matchup will be the North Division champ. So that's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, can't ask for really a more exciting final week than that. A lot of playoff implications still going on. Wish we could have a little bit more intrigue on those kind of last couple playoff spots, but it's really kind of just between the Dragapults and Memphis, and that's like, you know, a very long shot if Memphis can win that. But yeah, let me know what you think for those matchups. Who do you think is going to win the North, South, and West divisions? Who you got coming out on those 3 key matchups? I'll throw a poll up there on the community board, of course, as well, so you can let me know who you think will win all those. Let's take a look at the updated top 10 Pokemon in the majors. Looking at Ludicolo still up there, leading the league in KOs with 30 since Garchomp got traded away last week, losing all that. Porygon Z is right at 29. You see it a little further down the list. I mean, it's died a lot more, but it's right behind there in terms of KOs. You see Gallade's been coming on late for Boston Braviaries. LTG, the Laventtown Gengars, are making up for the lost production with Garchomp by having Tyranitar take more of a front seat. Lappers had a huge game this week against the Rain team, against Pittsburgh Poltergeist for the Oklahoma Thunderous. And we see Salamence for Paris Saint-Germain and Charizard for the Charm City Charizards, rounding out the bottom 10. So it'll be a pretty interesting MVP race. There's no clear winner here. You do see Pokemon like Entei, of course, having a real nice KD ratio. They finally got knocked out a couple times. They were 17-0. Only went 1-2 this past week. But, you know, going up against a Rain team, it's going to be a little tough for them. But yeah, let me know what you think going into this last week for the majors. Make sure you check out our community discussion. We got a bunch of polls for the All-Star game. That will be announced during next week's update. What Pokemon for the majors made the All-Star game. Let me know who your favorite in the minor league playoffs is. And again, guys, if you're not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please consider sharing this league with your friends who might also like Pokemon, might also like Draft League. Soon we'll be recruiting for Season 8, which will be Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl doubles, VGC style. so that you bring a team of 6, but you only pick 4. Do a best of 3 there. Agua. So yeah, if you're interested in joining, we'll be recruiting there soon. And as always, stay classy, society.